Hello student, last 2 weeks we learned the chapter thermal properties of matter. Now continue this chapter of another points. But we revise some point which we learned in last week. So in last week we learned a coefficient of linear expansion, volume expansion, areal expansion and coefficient thermal conductivity. Because we learn heat transfers by 3 types. First one is conduction, convection and radiation. So we learn the conduction in solids and liquid and gases. Okay, so thermal conductivity and coefficient of thermal conductivity we find out in last week. So in this week we learn a thermal resistance. Okay, so we find out the formula for coefficient of thermal conductivity in last week, and we get here formula is q dq upon dt is equal to minus ka td upon dt upon dx. Okay, so dt upon dx means temperature gradient. Okay, so we also learn this formula q upon t is equal to ka t1 minus t2 upon x. So q upon t means P compound. We already find out the P compound, the time rate of heat flow. So using this formula we find out a thermal resistance. So let us see first definition of thermal resistance and what is the resistance. We already in electric current we learn a resistance. What is the resistance in electric current? In the electric current, resistance means opposition of flow of current. Okay, now here same meaning for resistance, but here thermal, so opposition of heat resistance. So let us see a definition. The opposition of a body to the flow of heat through it is called thermal resistance. So opposition of body to the flow heat through it called a thermal resistance. Let us see a formula. So it is represented by RT, means thermal resistance, and is similar to as electrical resistance. Okay, we know the electrical resistance formula. R is equal to V upon I. V means potential difference and T means time. Okay, so now let us see here thermal resistance. So let conduction rate P conduction is the amount of energy transferred per unit time through a slab of area A, capital A, and thickness X, the two sides of the slab being at temperature T1 and T2. So T1 is greater than T2 and is given by P conduction is equal to Q upon T. Q upon means Q means heat and T means time, is equal to Ka T minus T2 upon X. We already find out in thermal conductivity formula. So Q upon T means rate of flow of heat. It's called P conduction. It's equal to K. K here a constant and K is coefficient of thermal conductivity. And A means area of the slab. T1 minus T2 is change in temperature, and X thickness of the slab. T2 upon P conduction is equal to X upon K, where T minus T2 is the temperature difference between the ends of the conductor and P conduction is the rate of flow of heat. So thermal resistance RT is similar to electrical resistance. So T minus T2 upon P conduction is called the thermal resistance, and it's called RT of the material. That is, so formula RT is equal to X upon Ka. Here X means thickness of the glass slab, K is the coefficient of thermal conductivity, A is the area of the slab. So the SI unit of the thermal resistance is degree Celsius second per Kelvin kilocalorie, or degree Celsius second per joule. So dimension is m minus 1, l minus 2, t raised to 3 and k raised to 1. So we get here thermal resistance, and thermal resistance is the similar or analogous all terms in the electrical resistance. Okay, so electrical resistance, know that the formula R is equal to V upon I. Now our next point is application of thermal conductivity. Application means in general we use applications of thermal conductivity. So thermal conductivity, so cooking, first application is in cooking utensils are made of metals but are provided with handles of bad conductors because opposition of flow of current. Okay, so second one is thick walls are used in the construction of cold storage rooms, means it resists the heat. Okay, means it does not enter the heat in the room. Okay, and then now third one, to prevent ice from melting, it is wrapped in a gunny bag. Gunny bag is a poor conductor of the heat and is reduce the heat flow of the outside to the ice. Okay, so this is the three examples or three applications of thermal conductivity. So in application of thermal conductivity means resistance of heat, means resistance means opposition of flow of heat. Okay, so in this point we get a conduction point. Now our next point is convection, which is transfers of heat energy. Okay, so in conduction, without migration of actual heat energy, but in convection is migration of particles. Okay, so let us see convection. So now convection in liquid and gas heat is transmitted by convection because their molecules are quite free to move about. So in convection, heat is transmitted from one point to another by the actual bodily movement of the heated molecules within the fluid. Okay, so actual migration of the or actual movement of the particles in convection. So right on the next point is free convection. What is the free convection? Free convection means when a hot body is in contact with air under ordinary conditions like air around a firewood, and air removes heat from the body by a process called a free or natural convection. And forced convection means the convection process can be accelerated by employing a fan to create a rapid circulation of fresh air. It is called a forced convection. Examples of free convections means land and sea breezes are also formed as a result of free convections. Current in air means free convection means it removes the heat from the body. Okay, this process is called a free or natural convection. And forced convection means examples. So forced convection mainly as heat convector, air conditioner, heat radiators in IC engine, etc. is the examples for forced convection. Okay, so now let us see applications of convection. You are giving two applications of convection. First one, heating and cooling of room. So heating and cooling of room means mechanism of heating a room by a heater is namely based on convection. Okay, so means the air molecules in immediate contact with the heater are heated up. These are molecules acquire sufficient energy and rise upward. Okay. Second is cooling of transformer. Cooling of transformer means due to current flowing in the winding of the transformer, immense heat is produced. So therefore, transformer is always kept in a tank containing oil. So in the oil is contact with transformer body, heat ups and creating a convection current. Okay, this is the two applications of given here for the heating and cooling of the room and cooling of the transformer. Okay, so now next heat transfers types is radiation. So let us see radiation. Now what is the radiation? Radiation means the transfer of heat energy from one place to another via emission of EM energy. So in straight line with the speed of light. So without heating, the intervening medium is called radiation. Now next point is Newton's law of cooling. The statement for the Newton's law of cooling is rate of loss of heat dt upon dt. Here T means temperature and here small t is time. So the body is directly proportional to the difference of temperature. So T minus T naught. Here T is the given temperature and T naught is the room temperatures of the body and the surroundings, provided the difference in temperatures is small. So mathematically it is expressed as dt upon dt is directly proportional to T minus T naught. So therefore dt upon dt is equal to C T minus T naught, where C is a constant of proportionality. So here our chapter is completed.